Let's do this. I'm going to do a book review today, specifically pulling out six of my favorite lessons from No Excuses, The Power of Self-Discipline by Brian Tracy. He is a really well-known author, a business entrepreneur, a marketer, and I loved so much of his teachings, and I want to bring you some of my best and favorite tips and secrets and lessons. It's Friday today. The time I'm recording this is September, so I'm kind of excited for this. So stay with me. I'm going to do a quick introduction and let's dive right in. My name is Tharmila Rajasingam. I'm a real estate agent with eXp Realty Brokerage, and I'm also a CRM peer coach with Inside Real Estate. And for those of you that don't know, I'm actually based in Toronto, but obviously, because I'm part of this virtual cloud based brokerage, I'm connected to agents all over the world, and I get to train thousands of agents at the comfort of my home, but I get to meet them around the world, which is such a privilege. And so I teach everyone from everything that I learned, and as I connect with people, I really bring it to the forefront here to this channel, whether it be on real estate marketing, lead generation, systems, process. So great time to hit that subscribe button, and I really appreciate it as well, so we can stay connected, stay in touch, and learn and grow together. And always in the comment section below, please let me know what you'd like to learn, and I'll be able to bring it to you. And stay tuned, folks. Bull Trail is getting launched, and it is officially being rolled out to a lot of EXP agents as well, and around North America. And I cannot wait to be the one to share some of the gems that are coming out of this amazing platform, this new facelift that kvCORE platform is getting. And lastly, I just want to mention that if you are looking to switch brokerages, if you're looking to join a real estate brokerage, I highly recommend you book a call with me and meet me and interview many others as well, making sure we're the right fit. I'll be able to share with you all of our resources, the support that we give you on a weekly basis, making sure you have an accountability partner and we get to work with each other, learn, grow, and earn together. Okay, that being said, let's get into this. Let's talk about this book. And I have some notes right in front of me. So, mind you, I'm going to be walking through this so I don't forget a single bit out of this book. So, No Excuses teaches us that self-discipline is the key to success, and it gives us really a practical advice on mastering it and achieving self-actualization, happy relationships, and financial security. I love this book because this book is almost, it touches on every major topic in business, personal development, and even family life, which is a big bonus for me, especially the time when I read this. It was actually in our book club for realtors. And if you don't know about this, I highly recommend you look into it. The link is in the description below. Even if you don't come to any of our book club meeting, join our Facebook group, because I pin all of the books at the top of the group, and you can actually get a really good book list out of this. And this is definitely one of the best books we've read. And it completely, I read this maybe about a year and a half ago, and it's been a complete game changer for me in terms of really allowing me to confront some of my own thoughts and the way that I made excuses. And after reading this book, actually, I've been consistently going to the gym, and I got a personal trainer. I've never been happier, I'll tell you that. And this is the type of book that, I always tell people, there's some books you don't read, change your life, and put it away. You might want to revisit every couple of years. And I think that this is one of those books. And he kind of gives you a lot of different strategies to go from someday I'll do it to taking action right away. And and if he mentioned this, is Brian Tracy says that if people put as they do as much energy into achieving their goals as they do into making excuses, they will surprise themselves. Yeah, it's heavy, right? And if you feel a certain way, you will act in a manner consistent with that feeling. We think that we're so disconnected from how we feel, but everything stems from that, folks. And everything that we do and all the things really relates back to how we end up feeling, and that ends up resulting in our reality. And he quotes Ralph Waldo Emerson, "What you do speaks so loudly, I cannot hear words you say." When people say walk the walk, if you talk, might as well put it into action. It speaks so loudly than anything you could say. And I love that quote. And here's one of my favorite lessons that came out of this book. He talks about the whole concept of happiness and how you can attract that to you. And when you are engaged in doing the things you love and you truly, something that you really enjoy, while being in the company of people you like and love and respect. You want to do more of it, and excuses are going to go away. And I'll tell you one thing, being a part of this company, EXP Realty, and I always tell this to my husband, Josh Tavares, and my business partner, Jacob Sharman, that, every person, at the time of recording this, I have 83 agents in my group that I've attracted over the last 4.5 years. And, you know, the beautiful part is when I look at every agent in my group and the people I've got the privilege of meeting in person, and out of the 83%, 80% are in the States, and we became friends, and they're like family to us. And these are very much people I love being the company of. And their values are so similar to that of mine. And these are the people through your personality and energy you will attract. And that's the type of person I am here, and that's why I'm telling you, book a call with me, meet with me, and see for the right fit. And that's what I love about books like this, is that really it truly speaks to you in that level. And he talks about the whole concept of you will rise in life to the height of the problems you're capable of solving. I love that quote. And he says that there's never enough time to do everything, but there's always enough time to do most important things. And which is why on this channel too, like, I really am all about process and systems. And I highly recommend, the powerful, the most successful people are the people who have control of time, and who are masters at being productive, and have a real, time management is their expertise. And I highly recommend you look into that. And that's why I love leveraging platforms like kvCORE and automating tasks, and really building systems and process. And of course, sometimes, I don't mean that every single minute of the day you can champion and you can win, but really making sure that you're focusing on what is important, what is urgent in your life and in your business, and how do you rise above all of that. That being said, let's talk about lesson number two that really jumped out at me. Is he talks about how to tell if your favorite excuse is valid or not, is by looking around and asking yourself, is there anyone else who you who has the same excuse but is successful anyway? I thought that was really powerful. If you're looking at somebody, and for hypothetical reason, you look at somebody and you're like, wow, they're really fit and they're active. They may not have the same excuse as you by sitting on the computer or sitting on the TV, watching TV, 24/7 and not moving. They're usually people that get up and they take care of themselves. They don't just say, just one more burger, just one more chips bag. They make, you know, they take actions to make a difference in their body, because they know that every time them being active matters. So they want to be careful with the things that they put in their body. And so that would be one of the things that really stood out to me, and I thought that was very impactful. And this is very applicable to you as a real estate agent as well, about the things that you want to do, from lead generation to the follow-up and the method, and why you need to show up again and again for your business, and the difference between the top producers and the people barely do a deal. The next big lesson is he talks about is the whole concept. He gives you kind of these three lessons to take control of your life. And he talks about being a high achiever. He asks you to, how to keep learning every day through his 7-step method. And the second is like happiness is a byproduct of self-discipline. So he gives you these 5 ingredients. And then the last is how to practice and taking action despite of fear, and having this like disaster report and allow you to overcome these fears. And so in that lesson one, he talks about the whole concept of, for a rewarding life, constantly improving yourself by planning your actions through this method he talks about, which I thought was quite powerful. This self actualization, implies skills and knowledge. So he mentions that you should allocate 3% of your income and a little time every day to move from average to excellence in what you do. So you could be as simple as staying a little longer to just finish up your work, maybe to learn something new, maybe reading a book, maybe reading this book instead of watching TV at home. So thinking about the way you live your life, and starting to, by making small changes and putting some investments in that life to make some improvements. And you can also, he mentions, you can learn a lot from people who are successful in that field. You can observe how they dress, how they speak, how they carry themselves, and ask them how you can improve as well. You can reach out to people and you can ask them what books they read, what courses they take, etc. And then the other lesson that really jumped at me is the more you understand what happens to you is mostly a consequences of your actions, the happier you may be. So, on the other side, people who feel powerless and at the mercy of external circumstances are usually unhappy. So, these are the people that blame other people, blame other external circumstances. Oh, COVID, ruined my business, or the NAR settlement ruined my business, my real estate business. But instead, thinking about how many agents who continue to make deals. I have agents who are brand new that are crushing it in markets that aren't even a massive market, that are active markets. So for them, and competitive markets, I have agents in such competitive markets and they're breaking into that market and they're doing amazing because they believe in themselves and they invest in themselves and they constantly take action despite of all these fears. And that's a massive part about this book is he allows you to break free from your excuses and how to be and build self-discipline really as a virtue. And you can really feel good about yourself and take control of your life. And he talks about these 5 ingredients of happiness, about taking control of it, from financial independence to health and energy, relationships and having meaningful, fulfilling relationship, meaningful work. I love coming and recording, meeting agents and training. If you've ever been in my training, you know how powerful and energetic I feel. And I get to share that energy with all of you. And so things like that you get to be a part of is you'll know immediately when you tune into that. And same thing when I work on my art and things that I love doing, and self actualization again, and that feeling that you are living at your full potential, becoming everything you want to be and capable of. And lastly, the last big lesson is he talks about fear is normal. Even so-called brave people and our successful people are scared too, but they have mastered the discipline to take action anyway. So the lack of self discipline is the only thing that you can prevent you from realizing yourself. Maybe the fear of failing and losing your money is holding you back from undertaking your personal challenges. So he he gives you some techniques. He offers some techniques to overcome fear through this disaster report, writing down what you're afraid in detail, describing the worst case scenario and finding solutions to that worst case scenario, and then taking actions on it. And you'll be surprised, you'll be so busy doing stuff you won't even think about it anyway. And anyway, so I thought this book was so powerful and allowing you to kind of really breaking down so many ways to challenge yourself, challenge your habits, and breaking those excuses. A great, powerful book. And like I mentioned, it touches on everything from personal success to business, sales, personal finances to happiness and self discipline, self actualization. And these are really powerful things that can completely change the course of your life, not just professionally, but personally as well. And I hope some of these lessons are helpful in changing the way you do your business, your real estate business. And once again, if you want to partner with me, work with me here at EXP Realty, you know what to do. Click on that link in the description below. Book a call with me one-on-one. Happy to meet with you. And if you're ready to move forward and choosing me or someone else as your sponsor, make sure you do your research and make sure you're doing the right things to make your business move forward. And please always click that subscribe button, stay in touch. I really appreciate it. And I love to get to know you. Let's learn and grow together. See you next time.